What's up? Let's check out Hasan spurging out again. I think he's spurging out on more Pegasus. I rock with more Pegasus. Go and check him out. All right, let's see what's going on.
Welcome back to a series so miserable. Even Mr. Piker subscribed. In today's video, Hasan is now crashing out over the youth not liking him. He claims his reputation is irreparably damaged. I am definitely not smiling right now. He's once again blaming apolitical slop tubers, aka me, for his damaged reputation. How about you blame your own mouth, pal? Asmongold responds, calling Hasan out for once again using Palestine as a shield and lying about him. A streamer has discovered a very shocking Hasan game. The Streamer Awards drama continues. FanFan has apologized for her jokes in Discord. Oh, brother. Streamer Rakai has confronted Ultimate Gooning Lord Twitch CEO Dan Clancy, asking to unban him. More streamers are chiming in on the drama. Streamer
Word, treat him like you treat these e-girls, nigga. 2 years is crazy when you got Nina Len running around assaulting people.
Dez has defended himself against the stock guy's allegations of him.
Oh yeah, this situation is disgusting. I think I might even left a comment on somebody's channel about that, because that's a foul situation. I think that guy's being misinterpreted because he's from New York.
Threatening FanFan over jokes. Subscribe or you gotta sit in place for 10 hours a day like Kaya. You're cooked.
Let's up those numbers!
Now let's begin. Right, so Hasan is now crashing out over the youth not liking him. Wow, guys, they don't like dog shockers. I'm so surprised. Hasan thinks his reputation with the youth has been irreparably tarnished. Sucks to suck, buddy.
My reputation with the youth has been so irreparably tarnished, I think, that most young people think like I'm whatever the fuck they saw last. Because, you know, I'm not very, you know, I have my moments, but you know, people on it's difficult. People on TikTok already, like people on TikTok.
Because you trash. What do you? Ain't nobody on TikTok fault. You said it must be an East thing, BX, because I agree with you about the homie. Yeah, I think when it comes to that dude, Dez, I think is his name. He was saying something along the lines of like, you sucking blah 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 blank with no teeth or something like that. And they took it as, oh man, you saying that she gonna take her teeth out. And I'm like, the fuck are y'all talking about? No, he's just saying that she's like being worrisome. That's like another way of saying it. Or he could just say she was being a bitch. Something along those lines. Right? But New York has a certain way of slang, especially with the youth, where they have certain ways of saying things. I remember when I was young and my friend said something that sounded similar, and it was crazy to where me and him started scrapping. Me and him started dead ass throwing hands because I don't play those type of games, even though it was slang. Then I just was like, yeah, nah, we're not doing that.
Even fucking even leftists on TikTok will regularly do call out posts on people like myself. The entirety of the liberal content creators are constantly fucking shitting on the left, and the entirety of the right-wing content creators are shitting on the left. All the apolitical people are shitting on the left. Everyone's shitting on the left.
Wrong as the resident apolitical slop tuber here. We are not shitting on the left. We're shitting on you specifically, Hasan. Notice how Ethan, for example, is not getting a fraction of the criticism that you are. And Ethan is obviously on the left. All of his opinions and policies are left-leaning. And I have no problem defending him and supporting him because I believe he was a victim of your disgusting propaganda and harassment from your orbiters, right? So I'll consistently defend any side.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I 100% agree. Like, even though Ethan is left or whatever and super woke, which I always say, every time I'm defending him, I'm like, Ethan ain't really, you know, squeaky clean his damn self. He woke as hell and done some nasty things, but I'm going to call it out when someone's going at him or doing something disgusting to him.
As long as the situation actually calls for it. And in this situation, you are the villain. Dude, Hasan is desperately trying to make this like a group thing. He goes, oh
he
my
had
God,
French maid
everybody's
outfit on
shitting
yesterday.
on the left. We're totally in this together, trying to get the entire left on his side. I want healthcare just like you guys. All you got to do is donate me $5 more. Trust me, this time it's coming, I swear. Okay, one more Gucci bag. Just let me buy one more Gucci bag and another $3 million mansion. And I assure you, Mr. Brokey, you will be getting free healthcare. Wow, just listen to Hasan, guys. I mean, he has totally fulfilled all of his promises. He's like a scummy, lying politician, essentially. Also, man, the joy in my face when Hasan says his reputation is irreparably tarnished. Absolute cinema. I wonder why the youth doesn't like him, guys. Maybe because the last thing they saw you doing was shocking your dog and lying about it 10 different times. Maybe that actually leads to people not liking you, considering they care about animals.
Kaya, please just fucking go. Just stop.
Also, he says that people on TikTok don't like him, but last time I checked, I mean, you have those bunch of gooners making thirst traps for you that you yourself are.
You a grown ass man. Like, people probably hate me. No, people do hate me on TikTok. I don't care. I even forgot. That's crazy. I be trolling, or at least I used to troll. When I was using TikTok for like 1 week, I was going in. People hated me. They got me up out of there.
Be sharing like the ultimate narcissist you are.
By the way, who spends their whole fucking day making Hasan thirst traps? It's mental. And then he's promoting them all the time. Look at all these. Look! Hasan, I have no gag reflex.
The hold that this man has on me is actually crazy. Like, there have been times where he's...
Why would you share this?
And
I'm guessing what happened is that he watched a TikTok somebody made about him, maybe like a creator he respects who's political and on the left, and they actually criticized Hasan, and he got very pissy about it, right? Because for the first time in his entire life, he couldn't actually press the zap button. He couldn't use the shock collar. So then he starts talking about young boys. Please never say that phrase ever again, Mr. Diddy Piker.
So if you're like a young boy and you haven't really thought about what your politics are, you literally never even open the door to leftist content. You never even broach that shit because either you are immediately branded as an annoying woke scold, which nobody likes, even though I'm not that. But it doesn't matter because the very fact that I'm not that also leads to a lot of people getting mad at me for not being that, right? People on the left get mad at me for not being an annoying woke scold. People on the right consistently call me an annoying woke scold. So it's a really shitty media environment to operate in.
Bro, I don't know what to say, but Dogtober 7 absolutely cooked Hasan. 2 months in, we are 2 months in, and this guy is still crashing out, complaining that not every single person on planet Earth likes him. Like, buddy, I think it's time to come to terms with your narcissism. It's actually okay for people to not like you. You kind of just have to deal with it as a creator, but he obviously wants everybody to like him while also being like a terrorist glazer. Like, buddy, at least then be like a fence sitter or something where you want everybody to like you, but no, you're a radical extremist and still expect people to treat you like a god. I mean, I don't understand this. Also, for the love of all that is holy, please stop saying young boys. Okay, I do not want to hear that phrase from Hasan. And in any case, young boys should not be watching Hasan Piker. Holy shit. Because what message are you going to learn? How to be a terrorist glazer cuck? Sprinkle a bit of racism in there, a little bit of misogyny, a dash of animal abuse. Great recipe right there to become like Mr. Piker. Also, man, this guy keeps crying about liberals. Oh, liberals are shitting on me. Doesn't this guy like consistently shit on them as well? Of course, they're just fighting back here. And why wouldn't they shit on you when you literally make them look completely insane? Because Hasan is considered the biggest lefty political streamer, and then people naturally assume that is what liberalism is all about, when obviously Hasan is a radical far left lunatic who does not represent the masses, right? And he actively sabotages his own side, and then he wonders why people actually hate him. He literally tells people to not vote for this candidate and says that, oh, they're all going to be the same. Don't even bother. It's like, let's just all give up. And then he's mad that people basically like kicked him out of the movement.
Democrats, if they were in charge right now, would be doing 100% the exact same thing, 1-to-1. Make no fucking mistake. Anyone who tries to tell you that Kamala Harris will be different is a fucking delusional moron.
Decoy voice goes, how dare they judge me by my actions. Stupid dog, you made me look bad. Bzz. Bro's crashing out.
Was that the courage, the cowardly dog meme? That's funny. That's funny. Turn that giant into courage.
Because little kids don't like him. Unironically. Like, I don't want to go there, but Buddy is like, why do you gotta say young boys, bro? That's just weird. I don't know. Moving on to Hasan blaming me once again, calling out slop tubers. And now we know that every time he says the word slop tubers, he's talking about me because he absolutely loves this channel.
Morpeg has made a dozen videos about you in the past few days. I love that guy. That guy is my favorite YouTuber, honestly.
Hasan blames slop tubers, criticizing him for Twitch pivoting to the right and the rise of Nick Fuentes. Basically, we got this Hasan Glazer account in Serial Liar. Asmongold smiles and nods as Nick Fuentes tells Piers Morgan that H-Man was cool and sentence that I can't even put in this video because it'll definitely get flagged. By the way, already that is not what happened. Asmon wasn't praising the H-Man, believe it or not. Hasan responds, lots of apolitical, centrist, and liberal slop tubers spent the last 2 years calling outspoken pro-Palestine content creators anti-Semitic terrorists. While aligning with this guy, by the way, they created fake outrage and drama every day while the right grew its momentum on Twitch. Oh man, this fucking guy and calling out slop tubers. Buddy, we're posting your own clips. It is words coming out of your mouth. Like, how can you possibly get mad about that? Like,
yeah, this dude's a huge crash out for sure. I'm telling you, he's a low cow. I've been saying that for a long time, and now it's seeming like it's more true. This dude is a full-on low cow.
it's not even out of context. It's literally your own clips in their full context. We posted like an 8-minute non-stop rant of you, and it was just you melting down. There's evidence for literally every single label we attach you with, right? You're a proven terrorist glazer.
Hezbollah is a paramilitary organization.
Do we like them or no?
I don't have an issue with them, let's just say. But they are a terrorist organization. Like they're designated.
Wow.
They are designated by the American state as a terrorist organization.
I do not like them then.
Well,
and of course, anybody could have predicted he'd make this reductive argument that, oh, they're just shitting on pro-Palestine creators. Buddy, again with this Israel shit, can you stop, man? We are tired. Kaya is shocked. Also, I find it really ironic he's saying that Asmon basically supports a dictator, right? Buddy, you were cosplaying a dictator the other day. You also have clips implying that Kim Jong-un is not a dictator and that Western leaders are infinitely worse.
I love people in the chat who do still say like, oh my God, he's a genocidal dictator, dude. Like, please point to a dictator or just in general, a Western leader who is not also doing infinitely worse shit around the world, not just to their own citizens, but around the world.
Like, how are you even talking at this point? Anytime Hasan talks, there needs to be a clip playing in the background, immediately like discrediting him. Guy who said we deserve 9/11 still thinks being called a domestic terrorist was unwarranted. Don't most right-wingers get banned on Twitch? Asmon is the exception because banning him with that big of a following would set off too many alarms. Other than him, it seems like most right-wingers get banned on Twitch. Can't believe I'm defending Asmon, but Hasan, you've been accused of anti-Semitic comments and brushing off October 7 grapes. Drama every day. Only thing he can do well is shock his dog, which is his only talent. Is Hasan delusional? Yes. Okay, there's no question. Of course he's delusional. Hasan should of course realize he has Dan, the ultimate gooning lord, Clancy in his pocket. Twitch is probably a 99-1 ratio of leftist to conservative. Dan Clancy is probably possessive Pegasus at this point, saying that Hasan and ex-family have him by the balls. Pretty much accurate. Dude at a Houthi terrorist. I keep forgetting that. This guy's so much shit to glaze him, but wants to blame everyone who has a problem with it. Right, so Asmongold responds, says thank you to the viewers in response to Hasan and Co calling him out.
Lots of apolitical, centrist, and liberal slop tubers spent the last 2 years calling out outspoken pro-Palestine creators anti-Semitic terrorists when aligning with this guy, by the way. This guy...
Yeah, shout outs to Asmongold. Shout outs to Asmongold. Y'all know I rock with Asmongold. When he goes in, I call him Asmon Black.
Outspoken pro-Palestine creators, anti-Semitic terrorists when aligning with this guy, by the way. This guy, of course, is me. They created fake outrage and drama every day while the right grew its momentum on Twitch. How are you this mad about you? He's been mad about this for fucking ever. Oh my God. It's crazy. Rent free. Yeah. And also, like, what the fuck? Like, I wonder how people in Palestine feel that every single time, like, Hasan has a controversy. I zapped my dog. Why would Israel do this for me? Well, I can't zap my dog. I'm pro-Palestine. Like, it's same with like Caseytron or somebody like Denims. Like, it had nothing to do with Palestine. They
Nah, that's facts though. It's weird that they always bring that up. It's kind of crazy.
They use Palestine as a shield. They're like, oh, well, I have an agreeable opinion on this social issue or this geopolitical issue. So because of that, I am now not accountable for any of my actions. Check Texan's tweet about you. I have no idea what it is. I have no idea. Using genocide to shield bad behavior. It's disgusting. It is. Yeah, it's crazy. And it's a scapegoat card. They are.
Honestly, I don't think anybody should be getting mad because Hasan is just a big fan of cosplay. He's cosplaying his buddy Hamas, you know, using Palestinians as a shield. Very on brand for him, right? This man has benefited from the war more than anybody else at this point. The amount of times he uses it to deflect any argument is genuinely disgusting. Also, just addressing that other part of the tweet where he's mad at SlopTubers because we are aligning with Asmongold. Buddy, this has nothing to do with him. It is basically whoever who is speaking out against you in that specific situation. It just so happens that your number one op is Asmongold and you fantasize about him every night. So there is the coincidence of agreeing.
Yeah, he hate Asmongold. It's because Asmongold be right when he call him out. That's really it. Because Asmongold be on the money. Asmongold don't be lying on him. And Hasan don't like that. He's like, what? How dare you hold me accountable?
With him more often because he's shitting on you. But notice how I never bring up Asmon's like random other political shit because I don't really care. I likely don't agree with a lot of his takes if I'm going to be honest. Same thing with Ethan. If he's shitting on Hasan or giving streamer related drama that is in my sphere, I will talk about it. But if Ethan or Asmon or anybody else is talking about, I don't know, Trump or some politician, I don't really care about that stuff. I don't really make it a point to bring it up because I feel like we're the last bastion here, desperately trying to avoid politics like the plague, which is consuming everybody. It's trying to worm its way into absolutely everything. I'm sorry, we would prefer to not be miserable on this channel. You guys.
I mean, things do get extremely political nowadays. Like with me, I call things out. I don't even define myself as extremely political because, well, I don't like the government. If I'm just being honest. I'm not left or right. But I do understand what he's saying.
Can enjoy. And I've always said, like, the crux of this channel is just calling out stupid people, right? And that can be on any side. If you get called out more, that's basically just a self-report saying that you're a dumbass, a colossal dumbass, a consistent dumbass. Like, thank you, man. Nice. Genuinely. I appreciate the content. So then Asmon responds, defending himself against, like, the Twitter hate.
Now, I want to say that all of the comments and complaints and crying about things that I say or the way that I say it, I appreciate it. I really do. I appreciate you guys making these threads, crying about me, getting upset about it. And the reason why I appreciate it is that somewhere deep down inside, you know you're lying. You know you're lying. You know you're trying to misrepresent things that I say, trying to make people think something that's not necessarily true. And I know that whenever you make a big post that gets a lot of likes and a bunch of people see it, those are all people that are going to come to my stream. And they're going to come to my stream and they're going to expect to see somebody who they think is a Nazi, who hates black people, hates women, or whatever else. And you'll probably hear a few jokes like that. You will. You'll hear a few jokes like that. But they will come back the next day, maybe, or the day after that, and they'll see, well, that's not really the whole picture, is it? And then slowly, more and more over time, they'll just start watching. So whenever I see another clip that is a deliberate misrepresentation or some sort of manipulation, and it's negative and it's farming hate on me, I say thank you, because I know what the conclusion for this is. And the conclusion is they're going to be watching me. I have gone through dozens, if not hundreds, of these attempts. Once a week, if not once every 3 days, there is some viral controversy of something that I said or did. None of it ever mattered. None of it ever affected me.
Right, so I will say that basically Asmon gets canceled like every other week on Twitter for something or the other. I don't even know half the shit that's going on because despite actually covering...
That's facts. That does happen a lot with this dude Asmongold. And he don't be saying nothing. You don't be doing nothing wrong.
All this internet drama, there's still literally too much to keep up with. I can't keep up with everything, right? And I'm sure that, you know, some of it might actually be valid criticism against him. And maybe some people might not like this response because he might be sort of hand-waving everything as a whole. But I do think that whenever Hasan is involved and whenever it's Hasan versus Asmongold on any beef, Asmon usually comes out the winning side because winning against Hasan is fucking child's play. This man is such a fucking colossal moron. A 3-year-old baby could beat his ass. The baby could take candy from Hasan. And I feel like in general, he's just so hypocritical that basically every single thing he says can be applied to him. As I said, the Epson home cinema 50-50, the ultimate projector. So I don't know, I just don't take his criticism that seriously. Maybe he has like one hidden point in there where he does actually have a point against Asmongold, but what about all the other shit? It's very hard to ignore, right? So if someone who's not a dog shot,
I barely ever see him have any kind of point at all. Not even just against Asmongold at all. Like almost never see this nigga have a point.
You know, animal abuser who's not also mentally deficient in a variety of ways wants to go ahead and call out Asmongold, then go ahead. I'm sure people will actually listen. He's not a fucking god here. In fact, he has a lot of takes that I don't even agree with. He's pumping out a shit ton of content. Of course, there's a bunch of shit that I don't agree with. Like, I don't even know. I can't keep up. But I feel like there's just severely more dumb people and evil people to cover at this point, like Hasan and the Goon Squad. And in general, from what I've seen when he's covering these situations, he's pretty reasonable. He doesn't really hunt you down if you disagree with him. Meanwhile, Hasan, who wants to murder you if you're a capitalist landlord, like his own mom.
Yeah, kill them. Kill those motherfuckers and murder those motherfuckers in the street. Let the streets soak in their fucking red capitalist bloods, dude.
Which again, I don't know how he comes to terms with that.
God damn, that was intense. The fuck did they do to him? What did they do to him that got him acting like that? That shit sounds ridiculous, bro. Damn.
It's just not even same level. I don't know why people put them in the same category, compare the two. I just don't see like the resemblance. People responded, pretty much described me. I didn't hate, was just curious. Ended up watching almost every day. Not even a WoW player myself. Bro doesn't want to say more Pegasus's name again. Freaking diabolical. Absolutely. Absolutely. After his shroom-induced declaration of love for my channel, he's simply unable to recount my name again. Just one time was enough, and I'll take it. Moving on to this streamer calling out Hasan grifting and playing a very special Hasan game. Streamer Shortbus plays a game inspired by Hasan's shock collar.
I just like, you know, this is like a personal issue that I care a lot about.
That's her name? Oh, they name? That's crazy. Shortbus? Wow. That's
out. I think we definitely need healthcare reform, probably more than we need a lot of things in this country that we're not getting. I don't care about most political things, and there's a lot of people in online political spaces that are just grifting for money, like fucking Hasan's ass. And I don't want to be a part of that. I just want things to be better for people who are sick. And I think that's something we can all agree on, whether you're right-leaning or left-leaning. This is the Hasan game mentioned earlier. There's a Hasan game. This is so fucked. Who's that? Wait. Wait, I can't even focus. Oh no, he's crying. The iframes.
Okay, guys, I think I found my favorite video game. Jetpack Joyride got an upgrade, fellas. What a blast from the past, by the way. I grew up on that shit.
That sounds crazy. That sounds wild as hell. And if Hasan see that, he definitely gonna lose his fucking mind.
on my iPad. I don't know if you guys ever play that game because honestly, nowadays I have a much older audience. Like I used to make a bunch of jokes like you guys are all 5 years old during my Gen Z era. But nowadays everybody I meet is pretty much like 18 plus. So yeah, maybe you guys actually did grow up with this game. And there's like a bunch of other games like Temple Run and shit like that. But yeah, good times, man. Good nostalgia. You know, I actually know somebody who would love this game. Kaya actually just ordered 10 copies of this game right now. You know, she really likes to live her struggle. Kaya will get the high score. Looks like a shockingly good game. His head's too big. Can't be Hasan. Wait, is the Stalin soldier an enemy or a buff? You cannot tell with Hasan. Moving on to updates from the Streamer Awards. The drama continues. Now, recap. Streamer FanFan made a bunch of jokes making fun of Kai Cenat, comparing him to Diddy. Since then, we had Kai Lil crash out at her in front of everybody, getting offended.
I ain't like that. I wasn't a fan of that joke, but people saying that they too sensitive for reacting.
A joke. We had the Kai Cenat defense squad come out in full force. FanFan started crying because she felt bad about the jokes, according to Jason the Ween. And then allegedly Dez threatened to beat and SA her, but he denies it, of course. That was according to the stock guy. Now FanFan has posted an update. FanFan talks about her Streamer Awards performance in Discord. Says that she was reading off a script and should have read the room better, possibly improvise. Right, we got Discord. Yeah, I'll address it on stream briefly. I thought I was just following the script and I thought it would be fine, but I shouldn't have. Friends making jokes versus stranger making jokes is different, so I get it. Should have just not followed the script and chatted with people.
Why is she apologizing in Discord? That's odd as hell. Like, you gonna apologize? Why are you doing it in Discord? Shit, why apologize at all, honestly? I'm just being real. Like, for what? Sounds dumb as hell.
But I just thought award shows were meant to be cringe and corny jabs and was wrong. That's all. Already sent an apology to Kai for being disrespectful and explained the situation. That's the only person I need to apologize to. Oh, brother, this is so lame. Oh my God. Isn't this like an inside joke in their own community that they compare him to Diddy or whatever? Like I just don't think it's that serious. Nobody's calling him like a PDF file or anything like that. They're just poking fun at the resemblance. It's a freaking joke. Like, who?
They don't. The fuck? They don't look like each other. Kai Cenat don't look like Diddy though. They look nothing alike, actually.
Actually cares. Why get it so offended for this? It's in the correct setting as well for the Streamer Awards. And it was like a pre-planned, scripted out joke that FanFan didn't even write. I mean, I just don't get it. I should have just read the room and went off script, but hindsight is 2020. How the hell would you know to go off script before the reaction happened? You didn't know that Kai and his goon squad were so absolutely thin-skinned. I was so freaking dead, I legit was just reading off the teleprompter. No, I don't want to shift blame. Better for me to just tank it. Bad to give excuse.
I don't know if it's fair to say it was thin. Well, for one, Kai didn't even react. So it's definitely unfair to say that he's thin-skinned. I don't think his friends are wrong for wanting to defend him.
Excuses. I could have easily just not followed the script and improvise. Oh my God. FanFan is not a malicious person. I think she's being honest here and just admits that she wasn't sure what to do and made the wrong call. That's respectable. No, this is actually shameful. Apologizing just makes you another one of these spineless mother flippers like QT and all these. Like everybody's happy at this going, wow, you apologize. No, this is lame. Stop apologizing for jokes. The joke about Dan Clancy preying on QT's friends was 10 times worse than FanFan's joke.
Dan Clancy is here, which is really nice because I kind of see Dan as a father figure. And just like my real dad, he spends way too much time online hitting on my friends.
Sorry, man, watching.
I don't think that was that bad due to the fact that it seemed kind of true. Just think the way. And honestly, her friends are grown adults too as well, right?
Her for years, she definitely do those jokes on a collab stream. It's just really different when in this setting. I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone. Is everyone really this freaking sensitive? Exactly, I don't get it. Why does she need to apologize to Kai Cenat for making a joke that he and his chat has made 1,000 times? He didn't even react that bad to it. His dick-riding friends just lost their shit over his own joke. Hollywood has its own roasting on their award shows. Why not Streamer Wars? Gen Z are snowflakes, actually. By the way, if you're one of the OGs of this channel, you know that I've made another 100-part series on Gen Z being absolute pansies. Twitch really is anti-humor. Streamers are naturally funny and have to censor themselves out of fear of bans or ostracization. And even unfunny streamers like the ones at Streamer Wars have to apologize for their missed jokes. It's a no fun zone. Actually true, dude. I cannot believe this drama is still going. Imagine reading Call Kai Diddy in the script and just thinking it would be okay to say, sure, I would have said it and not apologized. I would have doubled down saying you actually look like the baby oil too, buddy. This is so overplayed.
That's kind of crazy. He looks nothing like Diddy though. This is like, and people probably gonna try to clown me for it. I don't really give a fuck. This thing where people compare me to any black person with a beard. In my whole life, I found that to be the most annoying, dumb, just stupid thing ever. You look like Rick Ross. Ha 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 ha. I'm like, we look nothing alike. Because I'm black with a beard? I'm black and I'm big with a beard, right? I had a YouTuber and live streamer tell me, oh, you look just like Kimbo Slice. You look like you ride the short bus. But no, I don't look nothing like this nigga at all. In any way, shape, or form, nigga. Like, way different features. But because we're big, black, and with a beard, we look alike. Casanat looks nothing like Diddy in any way, shape, or form. They have like no facial similarities to me at all. That's a just weird joke because he's what, small and black, nigga. I don't even think is Diddy short, nigga. Like, so I don't know. I think it was just a corny joke that didn't really make sense. Yeah, Diddy ain't short, right? 5'10". That's taller than Casanat. What's Casanat? Like 5'2"? 5'3". Yeah, so that didn't really make sense. Call me crazy.
Well, even Reddit realizes. I like to step back and realize how meaningless all of this is. This only serves to give me more cinema for my series. Moving on to streamer Rakai. Now recap. Rakai crashed out at QT for making a joke about him stealing.
I'll say, listen, bitch. What's the coolest dick you ever sucked? The fuck off my dick.
Whoa.
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say that shit to her face, bro. And for everybody. But nah, real shit, fuck you.
Well, it turns out he actually stole captured on camera and in a bunch of other situations regarding bets that he didn't pay or something. Then he got scolded by his mom for talking disrespectfully to QT for no reason. Then people made fun of how brain rot this guy is and his inability to put together an introduction in a sentence.
Rakai, you are our youngest nominee ever. For those of you who don't know you, do you want to give a little introduction about yourself as a streamer? Wait, what you mean? What you mean what? Like, an introduction of yourself as a streamer.
This nigga don't know what introduction mean. He don't know what introduction mean. Oh my gosh. Bless his heart. Bless his heart, bro. He don't know what introduction mean. Boy. You know, that is wow. Okay. That's different.
I don't really know, like, I just stream, yeah.
Anyways, that brings us to today. Apparently, Rakai went up to Ultimate Tuning Lord, DJ Dan Clancy, and asked him why he got banned.
Rakai went up to Twitch CEO, asked why he was banned? No.
Hey! What's up, bro?
How y'all doing?
What's up, my boss?
How you doing?
Good to see you, bro.
That's
long
time to see.
Oh.
How you doing, man? Yeah, bro.
It's a long time no see.
Why you banned me for You know that. You know why, man. You know why. You don't have to ask me. They communicated with you, man. I don't know the details. I don't do this. You know why.
So you don't ban people?
Huh?
You don't ban people?
I don't what?
You don't ban the people?
I don't do it, no.
Oh. I think I'm ban him, though.
He just laughs at him. Oh my god.
No. Nope, that's not my job.
Okay.
Team that does
It's
that.
not my
I did not
job.
do it.
So like you just own Twitch though.
I don't own Twitch.
So
I'm the CEO of Twitch.
So you own it?
No. Twitch is owned by Amazon.
So like you're like the head boss.
I'm the CEO of Twitch.
That's our boss. Our boss.
But to be clear, there's teams that make these decisions. I don't make these decisions.
Okay.
Nigga, so what do you do? What's like? I'm aware that you're gonna have people that work for you that's making the decisions and whatnot. But what you do though? Like what? Why are you here?
Other people make the decisions. And you know why you were banned.
You know.
Oh, you do.
You know. Yeah.
Why you were banned. I don't know, but you know why.
Man, bro, but they banned me.
Oh my god, dude. Two absolute degenerates interacting. This is my Marvel multiverse, honestly. We got DJ Dan the Diddler and Omega Brainrot streamer Rakai. I mean, I'm just gonna go one by one here before I lose my mind. First off, Dan Clancy.
Nigga call that nigga DJ Dan the Diddler is crazy. That's wild.
This dude is trying so hard to act like he's not 60 years old. He goes, you know why, man. You know why, buddy. Bro, you're not young. Stop it. Stop acting like a fucking high schooler, you absolute dinosaur. Also, somebody tell me how this dude is like always out and about, bro, like everywhere. Buddy, do your job, goddammit. Like, fire your moderation team. Fire yourself, you incompetent piece of shit. He goes, I don't ban the people. Yeah, unless it involves Hasan and Extra Emily. Then he's right on that button. On the unban button, of course. Degen Gunner. Also, for the love of God, stop possessing me. I'm filing a restraining order. Second off, Rakai, this flippin' zero IQ moron. Let me explain it to you, buddy. You were banned for stealing, which is a crime. It's called theft. You should actually be put in prison. Apparently, it wasn't just like the Walmart thing. Apparently, he did like a bet with someone he didn't pay. It's like multiple occasions or whatever. Now, you could argue that, hey, why did I get banned and not Nina Lynn for SA? And that was just a week. And then you could bring that up, but then that would require the ability to actually articulate a sentence in an IQ greater than 5, with both of which you just don't have. This guy's school years were spent talking about dicks or something. Also, oh my god, Dan Clancy trying to explain company positions and jobs to Rakai. First off, you don't even do your job. And second off, that's basically like Man Ray trying to explain the wallet thing to Patrick. Rakai was forced onto us. Nobody cares or knows who the fuck he is. He doesn't deserve anything he was given besides a ban. He's insufferable. Sounded like one of the NPCs from the Sims video game. Rush Hour 4 is looking better than I expected. Goated movies, if you saw this, by the way. They would never fly today. Ooga booga unban me, boss. How the frick is Rakai famous? Not even the universe's greatest sage could tell you that. I have less difficulty explaining basic stuff to my 5-year-old nephew. Oh my god. Actually strengthening my abs this episode. Now, apparently people discovered that Rakai's streams might be botted too. Aspen can't stop laughing after noticing how botted Rakai's streams are.
That's botted. It's botted. It's not completely accurate, but this is a little bit of a shorter one. Okay, how about a 3-hour stream? Let's look at this.
Well, niggas can't say I'm botting. I'm gonna buy my one view, nigga? Like, what you mean? I botted one person?
Right, so shocker, he's actually not that popular, guys. Well, that sort of restores my faith in humanity, maybe like 5%, but I still know that there's genuinely people out there who watch and enjoy these streamers, so still a massive yikes. By the way, just in case you were confused, to spot botting, you look for sort of crazy instant drops and shit in the graph, unusually high or unusually low viewership on certain days, maybe sponsored events or whatever. Basically, unnatural behavior, like viewers don't all collectively leave at one point other than the end of the stream, of course. So you're looking for a more human-like graph, right? XUC talks a lot about it, but that's the general gist of it. Pure responded, Rakai is a speed wannabe whose entire existence is around clip farming, low IQ, unoriginal, unfunny. No one seeks out to watch him, so botting tracks. That explains why I've never heard of him. Usually with a 10k Andy, you'll at least have heard of him before. Everything about Kai and his orbiters is completely manufactured. Didn't SUC call this out months ago and Kai Cenat crashed out on him? Debunker is right all along. You can't question Einstein, man. Now, apparently QT got backlash because people thought that she was being racist to Rakai, saying, oh, a black guy stole, but he literally did it on...
That's crazy. I do remember XQC calling that out. I do remember that. And yeah, Kai fans, they let him have that. They let him have it. I ain't going front. They was not playing. Kai fans was on his ass, boy. They was not playing.
Camera, so she responded.
We just live and we learn, and we know that. The only thing that I would like to clarify, and I don't want to I mean, there's a lot of things I would love to clarify, but I'm not going to. But I just want to say that Rakai was banned for stealing. He was banned from Twitch for stealing something.
Yeah.
And Twitch allowed him very nicely to come to the show. They were like, it's fine because technically it's against TOS or whatever.
Motion.
But I asked him what's the coolest thing he ever stole as a fun clip to say, haven't you learned your lesson? You can't say that. Don't get banned. Yeah, you can't get banned again. And then that was taken as racially charged. And I didn't ask that question because he's black. I asked that question because he got banned for stealing.
I'm not gonna lie, without no context though. I know when I heard it, I knew because
that's the problem
space.
is we were all in a room and we all know that Rakai had special permission to come. We all know that Rakai was banned. All of us knew that in that room.
Yeah.
That's why everyone in the room got it.
Dude, why is Hasan literally sweating there? He's literally trying to control himself. He was about to go on an insane.
That's hilarious. Wow, Hasan look mad uncomfortable. That's facts. He do look uncomfortable than the mother effer right now. It sound like, hey man, you gonna have another community coming at me? Oh no. Yeah, Hasan look terrified right now.
Racist rant about black people. We know he loves doing that, right? Mr. No Racist here. Play the clip where he's like, I don't give a fuck about what black people think.
Like it or not, black people care about the border. Man, shut the fuck up. Black people care about the border. I don't give a fuck what black people care about. Oh, black people care about this. Black people care about that. Shut the fuck up. That's not how politics works.
A classic from Diddy Piker. And honestly, I think QT should have gone harder because he's a dumbass who needs to be taught values before he goes into the world and gets himself arrested, right? You need a little bit of tough love here or whatever. And QT should absolutely ban him from the next event, right? Some level of consequences. And you can argue that, oh, he's a kid or whatever, but he's 17, 18 or something. So I don't know, bro. That's old enough to know. Now, remember that stock guy who was talking about the streamer who wanted to essay Fan over the Kai Cenat joke? Well, now he's getting threats from the Kai Cenat adjacent community.
Everyone has an agenda. Everyone is going to try and spin it the way they want.
It's because you came out and said someone was going to SA someone without actual evidence of proof. I think that's pretty damn ridiculous.
All I said is that after that event, I was in the bathroom and someone said some really fucked up shit. And now everyone has decided to put a name to it. I'm racist. I'm a clout chaser. No matter what you do, I'm getting death threats. I have people saying, oh, I heard that you live in Delaware now. We gonna find you, right? Shit better not show up to the next TwitchCon, right? I mean, it's in Europe. You can't afford to go, right? We gonna murk your ass and shit. I'm like, you know what? Fuck, dude, shut the fuck up, bro. Listen, you got to get up for school in the morning. Just turn off the phone, okay? People will lose their fucking minds over this shit, okay? No matter what you do, right?
What I just don't like about this is the fact that he's acting as if the claims that he made were not serious as hell. And they were, nigga. That's the problem. That's the problem right there, dude, is that the claims that you made was mad crazy with no evidence. So yeah, you're going to get backlash. Imagine what the person you made these claims about got. You put his picture up and all that. Where's the actual audio of what was said? Not just yelling or anything. No, give me the actual audio, bro. You're not going to do that. So yeah, you're going to get some backlash, right? I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy.
Here's another one. Put a name out there, you pussy. If I'm not 100, and I mean 100% sure of exactly who somebody is, because I didn't know any of these people before, I still don't know them. I'm not going to say something if I'm not 100%.
If I'm not mistaken, he put out a post on Twitter with the picture, not even a picture, a video of this dude named Des saying he's 99.9% sure.
Sure, because if I put what happened to the wrong person, even if there's a 1% chance, then I'm a fucking pussy. then I'm a piece of shit. You know why? Because now you're actually
are,
dragging
sure.
somebody who might not be real, putting something and attaching it to their name from your mouth to them. And that's worse than anything else. Well, then you shouldn't say shit at all. I'm talking to my community. I'm telling them what happened. There was an incident that happened. That's all I said.
Well,
Nah, nigga. Nah, bro. You know, you made extreme claims, dude. You made some very crazy claims. You can't just be like, wow, it's just what happened. Nah,
to be fair, didn't he have like a message in Discord saying it's 99.9% this guy called?
Yeah, that's fucked up. But I didn't do nothing. All I said was just you're lying, bro. Like, that's what I don't like about like people like this. You're like, that could ruin this motherfucker's life, bro. Like, you can actually destroy his career before it even starts off. And then talking about some, you can't afford to be where I'm at. What's wrong with you? Nigga, talk about stocks, bitch. Like, you a stock guy. Always you using drama to get your clicks up. That's crazy. You talk about stocks. Talk about stocks, nigga. What's wrong with you? These people are weird. This is
Or
weird
whatever.
stuff.
I mean, I feel like that's pretty much an accusation, right? If that was actually him. But yeah, if I had to make like a blind guess, obviously I don't know what happened. I wasn't there, but I'm more likely to believe this guy because that just seems like the most random story to make up. And just like the things he said were very specific. So I would be more likely to believe this guy's story. And the audience didn't even seem surprised. They're like, yep, they're exactly the type of persons to do this shit. And also just seeing that guy Rakai, I feel like he was influenced by somebody, right? And the adults aren't much better. They act like they're in a gang when they're all just bums that watch Twitch streamers. These people are insane. Whole streaming community is unbearable. It's the worst it's ever been. Doesn't help that you have the CEO of the company acting like he's a senior in high school. Sounds about right for that community, exactly. Silky and Rage respond, telling him he can't ignore the allegations and should respond.
Or let's see if she did something. I'm not saying I'm not, bro, word to bro, I'm not defending nobody because regardless of what it is, once you are like talking about SA, I can't respect that. Like, I can't respect that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got 3 sisters and a mother. I can't respect that. You know what I'm saying? Once you talk about SA, I can't respect anything like that, bro, because I would never want that to happen to my sister. I would never want that to happen to my mom. It's as simple as that.
But he did. Do you have proof that he did, though? You see, and this is why the stock guy is an idiot. You sitting here crying about people asking you questions during your live stream. You got a bunch of people that are big figures in the streaming community accusing this man of crimes with no evidence or proof. But then they can't ask you about it, you bitch. Like, that's crazy, bro. Like, this is so fucked up. I don't know. Maybe I feel something more personal connected to it because people lie on me all day, every day, and will spread that shit with no evidence or proof of anything. And then do the same thing when someone approaches them. But I never said that. But it's like, no, you know what you're doing, bro. And you're fucking with people's lives, bro.
It's facts. But I'm just saying, I know how shit can get misinterpreted, bro. What I'm saying is, bro, I always leave room to spare because I don't want to sit here and jump on his shit.
The whole time you're wrong.
And the whole time you're wrong. And then you gotta be like, not a shit, because I have a support base, and now it's like I'm turning my entire support base to hate on this person, and it could have been misinterpreted the entirely wrong way.
Pretty much.
You never know.
Des, I ain't gonna lie, just come clear this shit up. If you did it, admit you did it, apologize, say what you gotta say, and if you didn't, say why niggas are saying it's you again.
And then they feel like they can force you to come out and speak on this shit, even if it's bullshit, even if it's just made up. But then the stock guy thinks no one should be able to ask him anything, that he did nothing. That's pretty crazy, bro.
That's like, come on.
This
is some shit that can't get ignored, low key.
Nah,
you can't ignore this shit.
You can't get ignored.
You can't ignore this shit.
This can't get something under the rug. It can't get something under the rug. This has to be.
You got 24 hours, gang.
What?
No cap.
And then you want to he got 24
Nah,
hours.
bro, that's crazy. You can't have the internet. If it's not, you can't have the internet think you said some crazy shit.
Facts. I ain't gonna lie.
I feel like the longer.
Same day I would have been lying.
Yeah, because
nigga, what?
If I hear niggas
say, oh!
Niggas saying I said some crazy shit. What? I'm fucking live with it. What do you want?
And then now people are going to start saying something crazy about you on a regular basis just to get your reaction. This is dumb. Like, this is so stupid, bro. Like,
Oh, what I say, nigga? What? If I hear some cap shit about me, what? You crazy?
Facts. That's a fact.
Yeah, I mean, if you're like accused of this shit, you should immediately respond and go like, "Yo, nope, that was completely false." And
no, I don't think you have to entertain anything, right? Yeah, I don't think you have to entertain everything. Everything, nigga. Like, come on, bro. Nah, sometimes you gotta just keep it pushing. All right.
And yeah, that guy's making it up. Screw that guy for lying about it. But yeah, my guess is something like that probably happened and the details might be murky or whatever. So maybe that's why he's not responding. Okay, Future Pegasus here. He responded.
This stock guy is lying. Like you're lying on me for what reason? I was in the bathroom and I say, "Oh, gang, she was out of my man Castanet. She sucked Cod, and I said,
what? That doesn't even make sense. She sucked his dick.
What's up? I'm so fly. Asman is slang, bro. It's slang. It's New York slang, bro. And this is the problem. He made a statement in defense of his friend. And because he is from New York, all of them are from New York. And they're youth as well. They're going to use certain words and say certain things that you might not understand. But it's actually slang. So it does make sense. When he said that she was sucking whatever... What he was insinuating is that she was, damn, I was going to use another form of slang, meat rotting. But it's kind of like you on, damn, another slang, you on somebody's jock. You're sweating somebody, you're hounding them, you're on them, right? You're putting pressure on them and it's like you're on, yes, I'm so used to saying slang variations of it.
But she was making fun of him.
Verbatim. I said, bro,
that's what that means, Asman. Damn, somebody, I say it all the time on live stream, bro. When people will come and try to talk crazy to me, and I'll be like, see, you're on my dick. Get off. Take 5 steps back. Now you're off of it. Did I try to SA somebody when I said that? Like, yeah, it's slang, bro. And instead of people saying that they don't understand, right? They're just labeling it something that is not. Like fucking, like he tried to essay her or something. That's
she
crazy.
sucked Cod with teeth. Bad bitches don't use teeth when they giving the sloppy toppy.
Facts.
Oh my god!
You jumped out there and cracked a joke. Diddy is. You talking about not even a Diddy joke.
Oh my! This is incredible.
But I don't gotta put it out there because y'all don't know me. Nobody knows me. Just go through in their lives. So don't ever put it on my character as a young man.
What have you gone through that makes sense for you to act like this? You just acting like an idiot.
That actually come from poverty. Don't play with me.
That's right. See, it makes sense and it's okay.
And I rock with Asmongold. He's not aware, bro. This is someone who comes from a certain position, attempting to change their position in life. He might not talk like this or speak like this in the future, in years from now. But he hasn't had the opportunity to actually learn yet until now. His friend, which is why he cares about him so much, y'all making fun of him defending his friend, gave him that opportunity to change his circumstances in life. Where he's from, what he is saying makes total sense. And what Asmongold or whoever is saying makes no sense at all. How do I know this? I'm from the Bronx. Bronx, New York, to be exact. And because I speak a certain way, even though I'm from somewhere, I can translate. I've had those conversations. I've sat here with the gang members on my stream and had to translate the chat to them. No, they're not trying to come at you. They're just saying this. No, that's not what that means. That means this. Wait, you shouldn't say that. Right? Dez, even though I don't know if he has any gang affiliations, right? That don't matter. Comes from the same place I do, my peoples that I've had on streams do. So he's not used to it. They're going to talk a certain way. They might even get frustrated because they feel like they're trying their best and it's coming off in a way to where they can't explain in a moment. He's not explaining this the best that he can because he's frustrated. He got his mom hitting him up, panicking. He don't know what's going on. He's not used to this media shit. His channel is new. When he first came into the group, he was the rapper and then made a channel. So it's like, you gotta give him a little bit of grace, especially if you don't understand. You know what I mean? It's different, bro. It's very different. I get what he's trying to say perfectly because I got cousins and family members that talk exactly like this and will look at you crazy if you question how they were speaking because to them, they like, nigga, what's wrong with you? What, you deaf or something? Nigga, like, what's up? you understand?
For me to be violent and aggressive because I was poor. What are you fucking retarded?
No,
he's in different tax brackets than me.
He's not violent, nigga. Like, we have not seen him be violent once. You've seen him raise his voice. You've seen him argue with people. Half-empty threats. Maybe something that's not going to ever happen because he's best of friends with them the same day. What he's guilty of is being emotional and not knowing how to communicate in ways that everyone will be able to understand outside of his community. But he's new and he's literally admitted that and said that he's trying. It's just no grace is given to him because of the levels, right? And I don't want to make it seem like he's stupid in anything. He's just not used to being in certain surroundings, bro. Like, this is what it is. Nigga, I come from the Bronx. I remember the first time I took my friends to Manhattan. They never even left the Bronx. And that shit was crazy to them. They couldn't understand, bro. So it was like, you gotta like show more grace for people from different circumstances. You know what I mean? Because you don't, like he said, he's been through shit that you don't know. Nothing. Nigga, if I was to tell you my life story, nigga, you would sit here within the first hour probably breaking in tears, nigga. Then be entertained. And then still go like, damn, all of that? Nigga, it's just certain circumstances. You know what I mean? I remember I got interviewed by a YouTuber once, and that shit made me feel uncomfortable watching it back because of the way that it was presented was like scary to people. Like the neighborhoods, that nigga went and Googled the neighborhood I came from, put it on the screen, put the death rate on it. I'm like, oh my God. From where I'm from, that's normal. Nigga, to the person that's not used to seeing that type of shit, it could be crazy. So it's like, you gotta show him some grace.
I will make the amount of money I ever make.
And you'll stay there because you f yourself up. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I think he said it because he included two details about it. One of the things that proves veracity of a story is if a person includes very unique details, him bringing up the teeth thing, he's effective.
Bro, no, like, come on. He could have been in the bathroom. The other guy could have been in the bathroom. He could have absolutely started going off or talking about the woman or whatever, which he admitted. He said the blah, 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 no teeth. All of that could have happened. It could have been misinterpreted because, like you just did, the other person's not from where he's from. Like, what the hell? Well, he just admitted to it. So all of the worst must be true. Because he just admitted to certain deeds. No, he could have told the truth in everything he said. And because you take him as violence because he yells, you're believing the worst about him. And wondering why he's frustrated. How long you been streaming, Asmongold? Like, we gonna stop acting like you not the man. You a fucking professional at this shit. You can't expect him to react the same way you react. You can't. What's this, day 30 for this nigga? Of having his own joint? Like,
saying that the stock guy overheard the conversation. I don't know how stuff like this even happens, if you want me to be honest, but
I don't got nothing against Asmon. I like Asmon, you know what I mean? It's just, he doesn't have the experience or just, circumstances to where he would understand where this person's coming from. Is really what all it is. But I rock with Asmongold.
You know, that's the way things are nowadays.
I mean, he's just from New York.
Okay, so that's an interesting response. I mean, he's basically saying that didn't happen. He just like misheard him or whatever. I mean, at that point, it's like a he said, she said type of situation or whatever. But yeah, it wasn't like an outright denial. So I guess people are just going to come to the conclusion that they want here. Again, I'm more likely to believe like that stock guy or something. This does shed some light about it, but yeah, he did essentially admit that he was like talking shit. The way, I mean, like
he stays in Texas. See, yeah, it's different. Like if he had someone that not only was from New York but was from the hood, he would understand a little bit better. You know why Nina Lin, that Asian YouTuber that's going crazy and talks really aggressive, why she speaks like that, besides the fact that she's an idiot? It's part of her gimmick that she's from New York, which is why she speaks in that manner. Certain things, like speaking with your hands or maybe speaking aggressively, it's because I've left New York and been told, whoa, slow down, buddy. You don't have to be so aggressive. And in my mind, I'm like, the fuck are you talking about? Oh, wait a minute. People don't just ask you that. They don't say that outside of New York. They don't just ask you what the fuck you talking about, right? That's an example. Okay, I understand. I get it now. So you New Yorkers, we're more aggressive. I took a friend from Virginia because he asked me to take him and a group of friends and show him around New York. I took him to the city. He tried to talk to a girl. I told him, slow down. It's different over here. He didn't understand. He went over there. Hey, how you doing, miss? Hi. And she was like, the fuck out my face, B. He was so like disturbed. I tried to, it over here, we speak a little bit different. It's just a little sometimes aggressive. And if you're not used to going other places, right, or just getting around, you're not gonna, be able to be understood by everybody. Said 2 up, 2 down. Okay. I spent some time in the beach. You already know. Spent some time over there in Chesapeake. You know what I mean? I'm known in Norfolk in these streets. Now, shout outs to everybody from Virginia. I used to have fun over there. Hang out with my homies. But yeah, I think this is just misinterpreted. And from me spending time living in Virginia when I was young, man, being from New York, I'm telling you, the same way they are talking about him now, people would talk about me, and they did not understand. Once a combination of me being around more people not from New York, I started to understand, okay, all right, so that might be interpreted this way. And then the same thing vice versa, to where they was fucking understanding, okay, so he's not just mad at the world and trying to fight everybody. They just talk a little bit more aggressively where he's from. I remember when I had a cousin visit me from the city. That was one of the funniest events in life. I still remember that vividly. My older cousin came to visit me in Virginia when I lived over there. That shit was funny as fuck. And once again, everybody was thinking he was aggressive. I'm like, no. He just talks like that. He's trying to find where 7-Eleven's at. That's all.
Response didn't make sense because like it was the opposite of what actually happened. Fanfan wasn't glazing Kai. She was making fun of him. So moving on to streamer Agent giving QT some advice for next year's streamer awards.
Literally just make the votes public, bro.
That said, if you talk to random people in Norway, you crazy? I understand it. When I keep talking about this damn vacation because I missed it. It was fun as hell. But when I went on vacation and was in Japan, the culture over there is different too as well. To where they was telling me it's disrespectful to just speak to random people. But me being so used to just saying hello when I'm walking around, like I'm friendly as hell, bro. Day to day, I'm just, hey, how you doing? Hey, whatever. Especially if you staring at me, I'm just gonna break that awkwardness with, hey, what's up? How you doing? Randomly on public transportation. So like as I'm walking around Japan and I start seeing familiar faces, because I stayed out there for a few months, I start greeting people, like even though they were saying it's disrespectful, but I'm like, I'm so used to it. I just instantly, hey, how you doing? And some of them were like saying it back to me, hey, but that was because they got used to me and would see me every day, like the OG. OG's old Asian dude that used to dress like he was from New York, bro. He would be carrying bags every morning from the supermarket. Every morning, I see him when I'm just walking around. Yo, OG, what's up? Yo, what's up? But public transportation out there, you're not really supposed to speak to people. So it's different. They'll look at you like you're a little crazy, which I got that look a few times and I had to catch myself like, oh shit. Forgot. You're not supposed to just talk to random people. Oh, you can't eat while you're walking. I'm over there drinking a soda. People looking at me like, I'm like, why are they looking at me like that? It's disrespectful to eat and walk. I'm like, oh shit, let me stop moving for a second and finish this damn soda. But yeah, it's just different places. So me knowing that, you got to think about that in all ways. So when it's someone that's like really hood and they're talking a certain way, they might not even be aggressive, bro. You saying they're aggressive is going to make them more aggressive.
Of everything.
Well, me and my older brother be looking at clips of this dude dead spazzing out. We be dying laughing because he reminds us of somebody we know in the hood. they not at that point yet. Give it a few years.
Feel me? Like next year, like you should be able to see the fan vote and the panel vote. Feel me? The same way when in the NBA you could see MVP votes, which journalist voted for which MVP vote. Just make the shit public. Please just make the shit public. And if niggas want to bitch and complain, it's not to you. You didn't do the voting, nor were you on the panel. You feel me? It wasn't to you. That's what I would do personally. I take that shit off your plate. Feel me? Like that guy, put that on someone else's plate. You're gonna have enough things to worry about. Yo, Suri, thank you for the 5 hit the subs.
Or here's a thought: maybe shut down your shitty award show if you don't want drama. If it's legitimately so hard, so troubling, so traumatizing, and you need to put all this effort, you want to quit streaming, fucking do it. Go. Nobody wants you here. If you're gonna make all this money, get all these sponsors, get all this attention, and you literally invite Hasan, the dog abuser, and you make all these jokes or whatever, of course you're gonna have to deal with drama. That's what comes with it, right? I mean, heck, I don't understand this. I always give these people the perfect advice that harms me. I get less content if you take my advice, but these people just can't do it, right? I tell Jillywig, stop talking about drama if you don't want to be involved in drama. Instantly makes 5 more streams going, well, it's actually not a shock collar. Like, it's like they're allergic to taking good advice. And, you know, okay, I'll take the views. Thank you. Keep being stupid till the end of time. I will enjoy my success. We will, in fact, keep upping those numbers. Yeah, make the votes public so all the streamers just spaz out on the voters when there's a result they aren't happy with. How about these anti-social?
Yeah. What it really is that when it comes to these streamer award shows or any award show, most of the people that's voting are people that's within the field and they don't know everybody. So they're going to vote for whoever's more familiar to them. That's why it turns into like a popularity contest. So award shows don't really work unless it's fan voted. If it's just on the fans vote, we not making no decision. It's all for the fans, even the nominees. Fans decide, then yeah. But then that might be biased too, because then once again, it's going to just be who's more popular.
Freaks learn to not freak out over a gold-plated Pepe trophy. If she makes the voting public, then people see it's actually the panel for friends who makes the decisions on everything. She was out. The biggest streamer will always win in both. Like, look at who won what was it? Best 24-hour stream. Hasan's stream wasn't really that good. Like, compared to I Show Speed. This year, I Show Speed stepped it up crazy. Went around the world. And was entertaining as hell. The most entertaining clip I've seen from Hasan's like marathon was when Ray J came and tried to go in the shower with him. That shit had me cracking up. He bust up in the shower singing his song. I'm like, nigga, this is funny as hell. But besides that, it wasn't really nothing too special. Right? It was more like a repeat of what he did the previous years. I Show Speed took it up a notch. So I think he should have won. But who's more popular, especially on Twitch? Hasan. So he won. Offered $200K to do exactly that. She never responded. That is true.
I want to see it. Because I think you rigged it. I do. And I'll put money on it. I'm ready. Okay, she won't. Hey, it's $200,000.
Now click this video.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy out here. But tell me what you guys think down in the comment section. Hit the like button, share the video, all that good stuff. It's crazy out here.